Hello everybody, it's me, Miss Jennifer, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about being together. Being together is more than just being in the same room physically. It's about being emotionally invested in one another. At the end of the Last Supper, Jesus knew that he was about to die on the cross, even though the disciples did not. He washed their feet, he talked about Peter's denial, and he also gave them one more command. In John 13, verses 34 through 35, Jesus says, "I give you a new command, love one another. You must love one another just as I have loved you. If you love one another, everyone will know that you are my disciples." Jesus wants us to love one another so that the world will notice. Like is completely different than love. We like people when they make us feel good or when they make us feel happy. All that is based on circumstances. But we don't like people when they make us feel bad or unhappy. Again, circumstances. But love is completely different. Think about when you're all together in the skybox and you look around the room. Do you know everything about everybody in that room? I don't think so. But what if you actually took the time and effort to get to know people in the skybox, to get to know everyone in the skybox? Just as I read earlier in John 13, we're called to love one another just as Jesus loved us. We can definitely show our love for one another by listening and getting to know each other better. Even though Jesus calls us as Christians to love everyone, he wants us to love fellow believers so that the world can see Jesus through us. Remember when Jesus had this conversation with his disciples? He was about to die on the cross. He knew that they would need to show love for each other and support for each other to be able to handle the difficult days ahead. We all go through times when we struggle with sin. In Galatians 6:1-2, it says, "Brothers and sisters, what if someone is caught in a sin? Then you who live by the Spirit should correct that person. Do it in a gentle way, but be careful. You could be tempted too. Carry one another's heavy loads. If you do, you will fulfill the law of Christ." We must show love to each other by helping each other deal with these sins in a gentle way, even if it may be difficult. When we talk about being together, it is more than just, again, being in the same place. We must show love to each other by helping our friend with struggles. That's part of loving someone, helping when the times are difficult. Lastly, in Acts 2, verses 42 through 45, it says, "The believers studied what the apostles taught. They shared their lives together. They ate and prayed together. Everyone was amazed at what God was doing. They were amazed when the apostles performed many wonders and signs. All the believers were together. They shared everything they had. They sold property and other things they owned. They gave to anyone who needed something." Here, the disciples, they showed a generous, giving love. And we must first know someone else's needs before we can help them. Jesus emphasizes in his words how he craves for the church to be together. And we can only be together if we love one another and we get to know each other together. I hope you enjoy the next few weeks of camp. See ya.